Hello friends, welcome back. I am Jason Salyer, and let's talk about one of the most important things that you should probably be stockpiling, and that is salt. Seems like common sense, but I think a lot of people just kind of overlook it. They talk about beans and rice and canned foods and all of that, but they don't stockpile one of the most important things that you should have, and that is just salt. Salt is absolutely essential for your body to function properly. Your muscles will not work if you stop consuming salts. That's a fact. So you need salt in your diet. They can be had from foods, various foods, and other means. You can, if you live close to the ocean, you can source it from that. But otherwise, if you live where I live in the mountains, it is a very, very difficult thing to get. So stockpiling is a very, very good idea, and it is cheaper now than it ever will be ever again. This, for example, is 5 pounds. And this costs, I don't know, less than $1, a little over $1 a pound, I think. But this is the purest Himalayan pink salt. Really good stuff. The only thing in this is pink Himalayan salt. There's no additives, no nothing else. But with that said, these two are iodized salt. This one is 38 cents a pound, which is very, very inexpensive and can be had, I think, at Aldi is where my wife picked this up. This one came from probably, I don't know, some other grocery store, and it's a little bit more expensive, but basically the same thing. Iodized salt is a good idea to stockpile as well, and here's why. They started adding iodine to salt as people started getting goiters. They started having thyroid issues because your thyroid relies upon a source of iodine to function properly. And if you're not getting that from a well-balanced diet, like eating eggs and seafoods and dairy products, and you're varying your diet a lot, you're going to be short on that iodine. So in a survival situation, in a situation where you're digging into your stockpiles and you are not consuming the varieties, the qualities of foods that you typically do now, you might potentially get iodine deficient, and that is a bad thing. That can lead to some really serious health issues. So having a little bit of iodized salt in your stockpile is a good idea. However, I do believe that having the bulk of it being something like this pink Himalayan salt, this just salt, nothing else, I think the bulk of it should be this. Salt is not just consumable, but it's also been used historically and still today to preserve meats. If you want to preserve large quantities of meat very, very easily, packing it with salt is a very, very reliable, time-tested method, and it has worked. My ancestors did it. My granny tells stories of how they butchered a hog, packed it in meat, and that preserved that pork. And I think that's something that we need to at least have a little bit of knowledge on how to do. So I highly suggest that you guys start stockpiling some salt. It's cheaper now than it ever will be in the future. It's very easy to get, and it's easy to store. It doesn't go bad. It requires no preservation. Sometimes it will eventually turn a little bit blocky, but it's not the end of the world. You can just scrape it off. It doesn't hurt it. It doesn't go bad per se. So anyway, I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about salt. Tell me what your favorite color is. Tell me what your favorite time of year is. Mine is definitely spring. I love the beautiful spring when everything pops to life and green. So anyway, see you next time. On a side note, while you're still here, you can buy iodine supplements, which is a much better source of iodine than the stuff that they put in this. This is not really what you want. Is it better than getting goiters and suffering illnesses because of lack of iodine? Yeah, for sure. But you can buy iodine supplements to add to your diet that will avoid any of those issues that you might have.